What's up, y'all? What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you. Thank you. What up, Isaiah? What up, y'all? What's up, IG? Just got off of Facebook, man. Facebook always be draining me because I be going ham on Facebook. I got to show love to Facebook. Facebook changed my life. So I always say, man, my Facebook audience is my core audience, which I know a lot of you are part of both. But, Instagram, I kind of tone it down a bit sometimes. But just to kind of carry on the conversation from Facebook was, I was just talking about how there's purpose in everything. And some of us, like when we go through seasons, we don't realize that the season is necessary to produce the fruit that's meant to be produced in our life, right? Some of us don't realize that we got to go through certain things in order to experience certain things so we can become the thing that's meant for us to become. So if you just look over your life right now, it's this past experience that created who you are, that shaped who you are. And when people always tell me like, Trent, man, your videos helped me. Trent, this saved my life and all this other stuff. And I don't take credit for that. Y'all know me, like God did that. I'm a seed planter, not a life changer. You can leave the life changer to the people who want that title. That's not me. I've never changed a life because I can't make a decision to actually change. Somebody has to do that. And so, every time somebody tells me that, it automatically takes me back to being in my room. And, if you were on Facebook, you're about to hear a repeat, but being in my room, depressed, just got cut from the Seahawks and just thinking like, what am I going to do in my life now? And there was nothing more to life. I didn't even work a 9 to 5. Like I've never had any experience except carrying a football or a basketball or baseball. Like I was a true athlete since 4 years old. There was nothing more for my life. And so I'm sitting in the room looking around at all my trophies, I just had, we just had Tristan. I didn't have really a lot of funds to be able to support him. I knew money was going to run low if I didn't think of something. So I'm like, dang, what am I going to do in my life? And I became angry at God. I'm like, dang, like, why would you do this? Like, you could have let me be a terrible athlete and let me get on the road of working a 9 to 5 and furthering my life. But now I'm a 25-year-old, 26-year-old, and I've never had no experience at a job. I've never worked an internship because they don't allow you to do those things in college. It's like, what do I do in my life now? And I became angry. And I just remember the words, God was telling me. And God was saying, trust me. Like, your life isn't over. There's more to your life. There's more to your story. Just trust me. Because I was asking God, like, is this it? And God spoke those words to my heart, and I'm paraphrasing. But it was just like, this is just the beginning. This is just a part of your story. And you doubting me. This is just a part of your story. This is not your story. Just a part of your story. And you judging this part of your story, this chapter, as your whole life. He said, that's what most people do. And I want to tell you that, like, a lot of us, what we do is we stay stuck on a chapter of our story. Like, and we think this is it, and we stay stuck on that chapter, and we never find the strength to turn the page, and we stay stuck there. And that chapter was only meant for our faith to grow. It was only meant for us to, to grow as a person. But we stay stuck on that chapter, and we never turn the page. We never turn the page, and we never experience the life that was meant for us to live. Like, that is my freaking biggest fear, man, is to meet God and be like, man, you didn't even experience the life that I have for you. Like, you didn't even experience, so many of us were never going to experience the life that was meant for us. Because some of us right now, to be honest, and you might not want to hear this, some of us are living a life that literally currently that isn't meant for us to live. We live in a life of opinions. We live in the life of people's fears they put on us. We live in a life of people knowing how to love themselves. So we accepted their love for us and they don't love us. And now we don't know how to love ourselves. We live in a life of not knowing our worth because of other people. We live in a life of comparison because of social media. All these influences has now influenced us to be something that we weren't meant to become. And so that's why it's important to have internal, dialogue, to be able to go on an internal journey and ask yourself, like, what are you really meant to be? Like, not influenced by these influencers, not even influenced by me, not what you see on social media, not what you see from your favorite athlete. Like, what are you really called to be? And some of us, we never experienced that. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know for a fact I'm living a life that God created for me because it's an energy that it's unexplainable. And if you know, it's an energy that's unexplainable. When people say, Trent, how do you know what to talk about? I don't. I just come from the heart. And that's why I tell people, this is how I know it's real. This don't come from here. This is not planned. I'm not a planned speaker. If you ever heard me speak on stage, I will go for 2 hours straight from here because this is what was meant for my life. And I would have never got to this point if I would have freaking quit like a lot of people do. A lot of people quit on themselves and they quit on God when God will never quit on you. And we sit here and we quit because we don't understand the bigger picture, because maybe our plans had to fail, right? And I'll tell you right now, I'm a living testament for this. Maybe everybody can't relate, but sometimes your plans have to fail so God's plan for your life can prevail. Sometimes the thing that you want has to go wrong so what God has for your life can go right, right? Sometimes people have to walk out your life that you want to keep there. But people have to walk out your life so the things that are meant for your life can walk into your life. But some of us, we chasing the people that walked out of our life, that the people that's meant for our life can't even find us because we sitting here chasing people. We sitting here praying for God to bring people back that he allowed to exit from our life. Hello, I'm preaching now. I'm preaching now, right? Some of us, we sitting here chasing people, right? That ain't meant for our life. And we angry at God, like, God, why'd you allow him to leave? God, why'd you allow her to leave? Like, why'd you allow her? And God's just like, man, don't you know I'm God? Don't you know what I'm doing? Don't you know this is all for the betterment of your life? Don't you know this person is bringing jack crap to your life? So I'm trying to free you. I'm trying to free you from the person that you're trying to keep in your life. You don't have to chase what's God sent. I said that quote in 2012. You never have to chase what God sent. And some of y'all spend your whole life chasing. I know a lot of influencers don't like me talking about this, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. Even as an influencer, you know, one of the things that I'm proud of in my life is that I don't chase. People say, chase the money, chase this, chase that, chase that. I'm not saying don't work hard, but chase this, chase that. You got to chase after it. I'm chasing after my dreams. For what? For what? Why chase after it? I'm not saying don't work hard, but when you work hard on yourself, when you do the right things, guess what? You don't have to chase after it. It seeks you. You become the magnet. If I can show you my life and how many opportunities come to me that I've never asked for, that I didn't chase after, you will believe me. Me growing my brand, I didn't chase after anything. All I did was do what I thought was right to do what I did that was in my control, and these things came to me. Some of us, we're tired because we're chasing things that aren't meant for us to catch. Our soul is tired because we're chasing things that aren't meant for us to catch. And people won't tell you that because you're chasing things that aren't meant for you to catch. And you're tired. You know what the bad part about it is? This is the worst part. Is that you chase it so much and you run fast as you can. You lose yourself. You don't know who you are anymore. And you finally get it. And you realize it like, dang, everything that I thought it was going to be, it wasn't. Dang, I thought getting this blue check by my name, dang, I still got the problems inside of me. Dang, I'm a millionaire now. But dang, all this money can't cure my insecurities when the pain's deep. Dang, I got the status now. Dang, I got the relationship, but dang, I'm still broken inside. Dang. And that's the worst, because then you lose hope in life. You lose hope in life. And so many people do that. And that's when suicide happens. That's when depression happens, because you chase the things that you think that you need. And all along, all you needed was to trust God. All you needed was to realize that everything you need is inside of you. And this is not a message telling you not to work hard. It's not a message not to grind. None of that. But some of y'all souls are tired because you're chasing after things that aren't meant for you to catch. You're chasing after things that other people have. You're chasing after things that you see other people on social media got. You're chasing after their life. You're chasing after their dream. You're chasing after their relationship. You're chasing after all of that flashy stuff. And you realize like, dang, that ain't meant for you. What's meant for them ain't meant for you. And you got to figure that out. My journey is my journey. Don't you know I could be 10 times more successful in the world's eyes if I wanted to? But I know what that's going to lead me to. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. Don't you know I could rub elbows with whoever and be more popular, right? That ain't for me. That ain't for me, right? I'm not about to chase all of that because I know that's not going to give me the fulfillment my soul needs. That might make me happy for a little bit, might make me feel good about me for a little bit, might, cure my ego for a little bit, my insecurities for a little bit, just a little Band-Aid. But after that, you still got to deal with yourself. You can run from a lot of stuff, but you can't run from you. You can't. You can fool a lot of people, but you can't fool you. And everybody in this live, all 1,500 of you, you know this. because we all experience it every single day. So I just want to tell you, all the things that you think you need, you don't need. All you need is appreciation, and all you need is some gratitude. That's all you need. And when you operate in appreciation, you open your life up for more, because the more doesn't control you, right? The more doesn't control you. Am I telling you don't go make money? No, but don't let money control you. Am I telling you don't go be all you can be? No, but don't let status control you. When it doesn't control you, more abundance of it comes to your life. I'm just speaking facts, and maybe I'm lying as far as other people, but this is my experience. If you experience this, like, give me some hearts or something like that, because let me know if I'm alone. Because if I'm alone, maybe I'm just an outcast. But I've lived it. I've lived the NFL life, and I've lived the life now of being a top motivational speaker, author, whatever you want to call me, right? All of those things. And I know at the end of the day, the only true fulfillment is the things that the external can't provide. The external can't provide, right? I know what it feels like to be a millionaire and still feel broken inside, right? I know what it feels like to go do a speaking engagement and thousands of people clapping for you and screaming your name, and you go back in the back room, you cry when you get off the stage because you still broken inside. I know what it feels like. So don't let people say you that fluff. Please, right? Work on you, get to do the dark work, the internal work. And when you're whole here, when you're whole inside of here, then everything that you receive from your life, right, it comes in more abundance because you can handle it. You can handle it. And that's my recipe for success. The more internal work and the more appreciation I have for my life, the more things come into my life. Just how it works. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's just me, but it's just how it works. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I know it's not a popular message. I know it's not the message that a lot of people sell y'all and tell y'all, but that's coming from me. That's coming from somebody who's lived it and experienced it. Has been around it for, just half of my life. I've been a significant person because of sports, and now because of what I do for majority of my life. And I can tell you it's still not enough. It's still not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, man. So I just hope that spoke to your soul. Like somebody said, praying for my mom. Yeah. Like my mom is dying right now. And I hate to say that, but I'm not going to say that. My mom is living right now. I'll just put it like that. And what I mean by dying, I mean dying to her disease, right? Whether she's going to be healed physically or spiritually, I pray that she's dying from that disease. That disease is dying, right? In her life, whether it's a spiritual healing or a physical healing. And think about it, all my accolades, all, whatever, that you think that I got, can't heal my mama right now. Only prayer can. I can't pay for a doctor to heal my mom. Only prayer can. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that money can't provide. There's a lot of things that status can't provide. And we often ignore the most important things in our life because we're chasing things that really don't matter. You know what matters? Family. You know what matters? Friends. You know what matters? Relationships. That's what matters. Go have a conversation with an elderly person. Go call your grandma if your grandma's still alive. I got one still alive, one grandparent still alive. And I asked her a question. She's 90, I think she's 96. And asked her, just ask. Have a conversation, maybe with a person down the street, and find out what really matters in life. Because the things that you think matter, I'm telling you, man, they don't. They don't. Don't be fooled by it. Don't be fooled by it. And I'm not saying that, receiving things of this world doesn't make your life a little bit easier, whatever, but it could make your life a little bit harder. Tupac's mom said it best, right? They're going to give you the tools to destroy yourself. And they will. They will. They will, man. So I just want to share that on live. Anybody want to come on here? The tools, man, bro. There's so much I want to say that I can't even say it. Not because I don't want to say it. It's just so much in my soul right now that I just want to give out. And I just want to sit with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just pray, that y'all know. No matter how big your house is, if there ain't no love in it, right? House is a house, but can you make it a home? I shared this on TikTok. I mean, not TikTok. I shared this on Clubhouse last night or the other night. I want to share this with y'all. I wrote this. I'm gonna put it out soon. I just been sitting on it, but I want to read this to y'all. Something that I wrote. If I can find it. Give me a second. Dang, what is it? Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Got you. I'm going to read this to y'all. You probably hear in the video soon or spoken word soon. But I want y'all to listen to this. All right? If you were in Clubhouse, you heard this yesterday or the other night, whatever night that was. And then we're going to Clubhouse right after this, by the way. We'll be on there from 10 to 11. If you're not on Clubhouse, you'll be on there soon. All right? But we have these conversations with other people. I think probably the realest room on Clubhouse, just because it's called Mask Off, and we just have real conversation. We're not telling you. Anyways, it doesn't matter how rich you are when your soul's cheap. It's a lot easier to find yourself when you're being guided by peace. Financial freedom still doesn't mean you're free, because there's no amount of money that can cure your insecurities when the pain's deep. So many people neglect mental health just to chase wealth. My question is, what's the point of gaining the world if that game means you lose yourself? What's the point of working harder if you never see your daughter? What's the point of stacking funds if you never see your son? Successful to the world, but a failure to yours. It's hard to see what truly matters when you're addicted to more. Yeah, you see, you'll never be rich when your soul's poor. Whew. It's crazy how we allow success. I want y'all to listen to this line. It's crazy how we allow success to make us neglect the same ones we say we do it for. I'm going to talk about that line in a minute. You know, leaving behind meaningful things just to chase our dreams. Just to find out the good life, the American dream. It's only half of what it seems. It's crazy how the people high us up got the lower self-esteem. It's Kanye line right there. I mean, what's the point of smiling for the camera just to die behind the scenes? It's not worth it. But we still pretend to be perfect. We act like we know our worth, but still feel worthless. Looking like we're healed, but still hurting. Acting like we found ourselves, but still searching. It's not worth it. Just know this. You don't have to be perfect to live your purpose. So, I'm not through with that, by the way. I'm through tonight by it, but I'm putting that out. Like, that's me. Like, that's something that I want to put out for me. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't write that from my life. I looked out and I wrote that with people that I'm not gonna say no, but just people that I see it. I see it. Especially in this influencer world, I see it. And I want to go back to this line because I feel like this is such a powerful line. Y'all can tweet it and quote it. I just feel like and maybe y'all don't feel this way, but I do. But I said, it's crazy how we allow success to make us neglect the same ones we say we do it for. You know, leaving behind meaningful things is to chase our dream. What do I mean by that? How many times, right, we say, oh, I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for, and listen, let me be clear. There's seasons where you got to sacrifice, right? There's seasons. I went through my seasons where I had to sacrifice on the road because I had a bigger picture, where I can have more freedom at home, right? There's seasons where you got to sacrifice. I understand that. And there's sometimes when you have to. I get it. So I'm not judging anybody that's working a 9 to 5, working 2 jobs, and you got to do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I pray that that hard work turns into a harvest in your life, right? But then there's the time where we're so addicted to more, right? And we keep going and we say we're doing it for our family, we're doing it for our friends, we're doing it for whatever. And then we leave them behind. We neglect them. We neglect them, right? We walk in the house, they don't even know who we are. We neglect them, right? We are failure. We are success to the world, but a failure to our world. The world loves you, but your kids hate you. That's not a success to me. It's not. So for me, like, I will give up world success, right? The notoriety, all of that stuff. As long as my kids love me, my wife loves me, my friends care for me. My kids walk in and know, like, dang, dad is always here. You know what Maya said the other day? It's like, you always here. And I was like, yeah, I am. You know what I'm saying? Then I'd rather that than, dad, you ain't never here. Where you at? You always gone. And again, I went through seasons where I had to sacrifice. So don't feel bad about your journey, but just know, I hope you got an exit plan with that. I hope you do. Because you only get to raise your kids once. Well, only one time. Right? They only get toddlers once. They only 7, 8 once. They only walk once. They only teenagers once. And it's done. And it's done. And so many of us, we're so addicted to more. You know, social media. So addicted to more. So addicted to our phones and our screens and how many people liking our posts and all that stuff. We're so addicted to more that we miss the moments right in front of us. We're so busy looking down that we never look up. We're so busy looking down that we never look up and we miss all the beautiful moments in front of us because we're looking down. I'm coming out with a video about that I'm going to say very soon, but I got something about that too. We're so busy looking down, missing the moments. So yeah, I just wanted to sit that with y'all, man. I just want to have these real conversations because it's needed. And I just don't want nobody to like chase what doesn't matter. And that's a strong word to say it doesn't matter, but chase what doesn't matter as much for what does matter for you, because I'll leave y'all with this. I want to give y'all a little bit of what's up? What up, wheelchair? What's up, bro? I'm looking up. Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all. I want to give y'all something right quick. I talked about this on my podcast. Okay. Just to think about. I want to just give y'all some action, right? Or just something to think about, a framework. So I talk about fulfillment, and I want you to ask yourself two questions. Number one, when do you feel most fulfilled? Like, just think about that for a moment. All right, we're going to slow down. Like, when do you feel most fulfilled? Like, just think about it. Is it when you're creating, when you're watching TV, when you're, with your kids, when you're not doing nothing? Like, when do you feel most fulfilled? Okay, that's the first question. And the second question is, do you ignore the feeling of what's missing in your life? And what I mean by that is, like, some of us, we could be at our greatest place. Like, I can talk about myself. There's times in this journey, even of rehab time, where like I had everything, but I still felt like something was missing. And most people, they ignore that feeling. They're just like, no, I got everything. I got, what the American dream is. I got the car. I got everything. I'm good. And we ignore the feeling of what's missing. Same thing in my football career. Like, I had a feeling of something that was missing. So ask yourself that, like, do you ignore the feeling of what's missing, or do you pay attention to that feeling? Because that feeling of what's missing is telling you something, right? Your soul is telling you something. Your soul is saying, like, you're not feeding me what I need to be fed, right? That's fulfillment. And so to break down this, write these down, like, seriously, and think about these, meditate on these. And I'm not sure if I did a podcast over this. I might have. I've done a lot. But where your time is spent should be a reflection of what you truly care about. So ask yourself that, right? It's 168 hours in a week. We talk about this at Rare Breed Academy. Shout out to my brother, Jay. 168 hours in a week. If you deconstructed that 168 and you really broke down where your time is spent, is your time spent in the pockets mostly of what you truly care about? Because if it's not, it's going to lead to unfulfillment. Again, you have seasons where you have to sacrifice, right? We understand that. There's three things that I want you to know before we wrap up. Number one, I need you to understand what truly matters to you. Please get clear. Not on what your favorite influencer told you it matters. Not on what your friends told you it matters. Not on what your parents told you it should matter. What truly matters to you, like to you. And there's no right or wrong, right? What truly matters to you. I hope it's not something external, because external things will keep you as a puppet, right? External things are puppet masters. They pull your strings. So if social media truly matters to you, right, and like the likes and the followers, then what happens when you don't get likes? You feel low. What happens when you get a lot of likes? You feel high. You live on an emotional roller coaster. And I know that's easier said than done, but think about that. Like, what truly matters to you internally? Two, I want you to understand where your time is spent, right? Take time, like, understand where your time is spent. Are you spending your time on things that move you forward? Are you spending time on things that truly matter? Are you spending your time on chasing things that at the end of the day won't fulfill you? Last but not least, all right, construct your life around doing things that truly matter. One of my goals this year is to create as many experiences with my family as I can. I want to create dope experiences, because experiences will turn into memories, and memories, it will come a point where that's all that you have to hold on to. I'm in a season right now where I know that. Okay, so create experiences. Like, that's the wealth of life, right? That's the deposits that will make you rich in your soul, is experiences with doing the things that truly matter to you. Right now, this truly matters to me. This fulfills me, pouring into you guys. That's why I love it. I feel lost in it. When I'm doing this, it's not a job for me. I feel lost in this. What are things you feel lost in doing? And we neglect that so much. We run from it so much. When I'm out in nature, I feel lost in nature. So that's why you always see me protecting my peace. I'm with my kids, my family. I feel lost in that. What do you feel lost in? In a positive way. Like, what do you get lost in when you lose track of time? Right? You ever had those things in your life where you're doing it like, dang, if it's playing video games, I do that with Tris. We play video games, we play basketball. We lose track of time. Hours that went by. Our conversations with my friends, just outside. Maybe because I'm getting older, outside by the fire pit. Lose track of time. Those are the deposits that you need to make into your life that's going to make your soul rich. I promise you, man. Like I say at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. You protect your peace and you go construct a life of fulfillment. All right? Satisfy your soul. Just spend time thinking about that, please. Because when you get centered in that, then everything else, it's not make or break. It's cool. All right? And you'll see more abundance in your life. Just the way I feel in my experience. All right, take what you need, leave what you don't. About to go to Clubhouse for a little bit till about 11 o'clock, and then I'm going to shut it down. All right, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll save this one. All right, let's get it straight up.